second overall pick in next week's NFL draft, and one anonymous QB coach compared him to Patrick Mahomes coming out of college. The coach said, quote, "People think now about Mahomes as a Super Bowl winning quarterback and how great he is now, but coming out of Texas Tech, he was not this surefire guy. He was uber talented arm-wise, and he does a lot of stuff that is really sexy now, but he threw a lot of bad picks, and his decision-making is really inconsistent." So, Shannon, will Zach Wilson be the next Patrick Mahomes, in your opinion?
There's a big difference between playing quarterback in Kansas City and playing quarterback in New York.
That's a good point.
There's a big difference between being brought in, get an opportunity to sit behind Alex Smith, and not being the savior right out of college. I don't believe this kid is going to sit. He's going to go there. He's the savior. He's going to play. Okay, a couple of those razzle-dazzle plays that you got away with in college, all of a sudden they don't go your way. What you think those Jets fans going to do? Boo! So you can't compare those situations. The Aaron Rodgers that we see, he got an opportunity to sit for 3 years. He didn't go right into Green Bay and say, okay, Aaron, this is your team. We got to go. He got an opportunity to sit. Even Tom Brady got a year to sit, a year in what 2 games, a year and 3 games to sit. So this is a totally different set of circumstances that he's going to be playing under as opposed to Patrick Mahomes. And I think that, Skip, you can't overlook that. New York is a different beast, is a different animal. And you need to have success early or things are going to go, it's not going to be good. And I don't know if he has the type of makeup like an Eli. Cause Eli like, man, I'm on the beach somewhere. Y'all booing, I don't even hear y'all talking. But he still, even Eli got an opportunity to sit for 8 or 9 games.
He did.
Kurt Warner was the starter.
He was.
This kid gonna probably be day 1 starter. And the Jets is a different organization. Let's not pretend the Jets are the Giants, okay? Let's not pretend the Jets are run like Kansas City, okay? They're a mess. M-E-S-S, mess, mess. That's what the Jets are. So it's a totally different situation, Skip.
So the conclusion of the anonymous quotes that Jenny was reading is, if I had to bet money, I'd bet it doesn't work out for him, Zach Wilson, with the Jets. I concur. I would bet it would not work out for Zach Wilson. He's not the biggest guy. He got hurt and needed surgery twice at BYU. He's a daredevil. If you're too much of a daredevil at your level of pro football, it just won't last very long because he's not 6'4", 235 or 40. Even Trey Lance has got a little Roethlisberger in it. He's so big and strong, he can just shrug off pass rushers. This kid can't shrug them off. He's got to make them miss. And if they, again, I haven't watched a lot of him, but according to all the reports, a lot of times they don't miss on this kid. They just hit him because he will try things that make you say, why would you even think about that? So back to the Patrick Mahomes comparison. I watched a ton of Patrick Mahomes at Texas Tech, and I've told you from the start, he would wow me, and then I would say, what are you doing? What are you thinking? It would be chaos. He would try things he shouldn't even think about. And I chalked it up to the Texas Tech offense that you talked about. It's just what they do. They just throw it all over the lot. And sometimes it looks great, and sometimes it just doesn't look great. And one of these quotes was, the good with Zach Wilson is really good, but the bad can be really, really bad. Well, that's pretty close to Patrick Mahomes, except there was so much good to Patrick Mahomes, because I look back at the numbers. He threw 93 touchdown passes to 29 interceptions in 3 years of starting. That's pretty good. The 29 is high, but the 93 is off the charts high. The QBRs were just okay because he was throwing too many picks. But the last year that he started, the one that caught Andy Reid's eye, he was 41 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. And he scored 12 times running the football because he can run with it, as we know. And yet I fixated on, I obviously watch the Oklahoma-Texas Tech games every year that they played. And the 2015 game was in Norman, and he just stunk, man. He was 1 touchdown to 4 picks. And that was the day that in my head, I wrote him off. Well, was that fair to him? I could see the arm talent because he's phenomenally gifted with his arm. He was a big league shortstop potential who decided to play football.
Skip, the question is that when you see these guys in these offenses, Are they going to run similar offenses in the NFL? Are they going to run a similar offense to what this kid had in BYU, or are you going to put it more conventional? If you look at Andy, Andy allows Patrick Mahomes to do a lot of what he did in college.
That's true.
It's a lot of bombs away.
Yep.
And so are you going to let Zach Wilson do some of the things, a lot of the things that he had success with? Because if you try to make him too conventional, and I think that's why we're seeing a lot of guys have success, Skip.
Yep.
We'll see a lot of guys are running basically college-style offenses where we would get these guys, you would be in awe. Man, he threw 40 touchdowns, he threw 5 interceptions, and then it's all of a sudden you put him up under center, you hand the ball off, and you play fake. It's like, nah.
Yep.
And it's like, no, we're going to open it up, we're going to let you throw it, we trust your decision-making. But Patrick Mahomes had an entire year to sit, to observe, to watch, to study, to see how he's done at the professional ranks. I don't know if Zach Wilson's going to get that opportunity to do that, Skip.
I don't either.
Aaron Rodgers got 3 years.
What has impressed me the most about Patrick Mahomes is he's a big kid.
Yeah.
He's bigger than you think, and he's much bigger bone structure, just physique.
Yeah.
He's bigger than this kid. Maybe this kid will mature physically.
Skip, and I know everybody said, well, they just threw Peyton Manning out there. But, you know, Peyton Manning had Marshall Faulk and Marvin Harrison, and I don't know if anybody knows, they were first ballot Hall of Famers. Now, are they any first ballot Hall of Famers on the Jets currently? Hell, I don't even know if there are any Pro Bowlers on the Jets currently. So
they're not.
So, I mean, Peyton did have something to work with. What does this kid have to work with? And you're asking an awful lot. Peyton Manning was basically a four-year starter. He ate Peyton Manning was watching film. He was obsessed in college like he wasn't in the NFL. Yeah. So I don't know, Skip. I wish the kid all the best, but the Jets is not the greatest run. I wish Robert Saleh, I mean, I believe they have the right coach in place, but this kid got his work cut out for him. That's not an easy place to win.
That's why I told you earlier, if I'm the Jets, I'm taking Justin Fields because he's mentally and physically tougher. He's more of a baller, more of a gamer. He'll be able to withstand the media pressure and the losing that's going to be inevitable if you throw him into the fire right away.
Because it's not like Buffalo and Miami and New England. New England's going to be better. The Dolphins, I believe, will be better. Buffalo got a taste in their mind for getting to the AFC Championship game. So it ain't like I don't know, Skip, about this one.
You know what I do know, though? The media in New York, it is different. It is different. It's a different level of pressure, and
they take pride in that, too, Skip.
A tough skin to survive there. It's a challenge. It's a challenge mentally and physically. Guys, did Joel Embiid have the most impressive shot?